This spreadsheet changed the dynamic of my marriage, and I know that sounds dramatic, but I actually hope that it can be helpful to you. And it's a really simple spreadsheet. It's actually based on the game Fair Play by Eve Rodsky, and it goes along with her book called Fair Play. And a few years ago, my husband and I found that we were in a partnership that was loving and kind and all the things, but felt incredibly unfair. And I, in particular, was incredibly burnt out from carrying the mental load for our family and just managing the day-to-day life of our kids and him and our home and our dog and all of the things. And so we came together and said, okay, this doesn't seem fair. Let's fix it. How do we do that? We didn't have tools. We didn't know where to start. And luckily I had heard the author of the book, Eve, on a podcast. And I was like, you know what? This seems like a great place to start. So she has a deck of cards, and it's essentially all of the tasks that typically happen in a home. And you deal those cards out, and whoever has a card owns all of it. So they own the concept, the planning, the execution of that card. Now, the cards don't work for my brain. That's just not how my brain operates. So I turned it all into a spreadsheet instead. So I took every single task, I put it into a spreadsheet, and then I had columns. One column for me, one column for my husband, and we kind of assigned tasks to each other. We looked at what was existing, right? And when we did that, we saw that I think I had like 60 tasks compared to his like 15 or 16 tasks that we were true owners of. And so we worked to make that more equitable in our home. Now, this is a really great place to start because I think a big part of getting on the same page about the mental load and domestic labor in your house is making the invisible labor visible. And this is a really simple way to do that. Now, I will say, I'm a big believer that you take what works from a method and you leave what doesn't. There were parts of Fair Play that just didn't work for our family, but there were parts that really did and that we loved. And it was a really great jumping off point. And if you're looking to start to have these conversations, especially as we're looking into 2026, and I think the holidays really highlight for a lot of us that things aren't quite fair, right? Who's the person who did all the wrapping and the decorating and the buying and the shopping and the cooking and the cleaning and all the things, right? Typically it's women. And this time of year just highlights how unequal things are. The new year is a really good time to have these conversations. We often set goals for our health, right? Our fitness. We set goals for our careers, but we very rarely set goals for our marriages. And honestly, what a great goal to set together to build a more equitable partnership in 2026. I feel like that's like a really great goal for any marriage, honestly. Like we should all be doing that all of the time. And a really great place to start is by making the invisible labor visible. And I have this spreadsheet. It is in my free guide. So if you need it or want it or you think it'll be helpful, there's also recommendations for books and other tools that can hopefully help you along the way. It is a journey for sure, right? Like it's a long, slow journey, but it's definitely worth it. And when I say this spreadsheet really was the catalyst for change in our relationship, I truly mean it.